is clear that you have learned to embrace technology, so thank you for that. Our next speaker is Sal Sangalang, who is actually also on the Building Blocks for Success Committee. She passed her PFA last week, so we are all very proud of you. Congratulations. Sal was born in Mandaluyong City in the Philippines, and her favorite flavor of ice cream is chocolate or coffee, which tells us that you are hardworking and you're a go-getter who likes the finer things in life. So how many people here have LinkedIn? Pretty much all of you. And how much money has LinkedIn made you? Probably not a lot. That will hopefully change after Sal's next talk. So she's going to teach us how to leverage LinkedIn to gain new prospects and clients.
Good morning, everybody. Has anyone here ever struggled in getting prospects consistently in your business ever? The reason why I ask is because that has been my problem since day one, until I learned how LinkedIn can solve that problem. So let me give you a snippet of my story. So I started in this business as part-time with an insurance license. I had a full-time job. I was in corporate sales in the transportation industry, and I was successful. So people thought that this career will be easy for me because of my sales background. However, I still struggle. You see, I was taught only one way to do prospects, to get prospects, and that is to go to the mall, distribute flyers, and talk to strangers. That was so difficult for me because I was never trained that way in sales. So I still tried it, but of course I failed. And from that time on, I told myself, if this was the only way to get prospects, this is not the right career for me. But I kept on renewing my license. Then I got laid off from my full-time job. So I decided to do this full-time as a Sun Life career advisor. I was way better than before. And I even also learned another way of getting prospects that I was more comfortable with, and I felt it was more right for me. And that was through financial seminars. So I was doing good. I was booking appointments from my seminars. I was actually converting seminar attendees to be my clients. And then I moved to my MGA now and continued doing my financial seminars until COVID happened. But at first I didn't panic. I thought, I could do webinars. Webinars are just seminars on the web, right? That's why it's called webinars. So how would that be so difficult? So I did, but it didn't work. It wasn't that simple. That's when I got depressed. I didn't know what to do. So, not even my special needs daughter was enough reason for me to get back up on my feet. So I knew I had to do something drastic to give me direction in life. That's when I decided to take the PFA designation course by Advocates, even though I didn't have the money to do so. And 2 years after, I am now a professional financial advisor. I just passed my certification exam last week. Thank you. And I can't wait to have those 3 letters after my name. But that wasn't the end of it. I continued educating myself. I attended a lot of webinars and courses about motivation, about mental health, about coaching, how to do this business virtually, how to market myself, and how to do virtual prospecting. Until I found this coach, who is a marketing guru, who specializes in our industry, I attended his free Wednesday master classes and joined the 5-day shift challenge. So what I'm going to share with you today are the lessons that I have learned and have been implementing that at least shifted my business and has helped me to get clients from LinkedIn. So my question to you today is, do you want to shift X your business? Probably you're thinking, why X? X is a variable, so it's up to you to put a number on how much growth that you would like to achieve today. First, I would like to invite you to have a mindset that the virtual world is here to stay. And virtual prospecting is essential nowadays, whether we like it or not. And the good news is, LinkedIn is there to help you do that. Be open to trying and learning something new. This may or may not work for you, but how would you know if you won't try it? Be humble enough that there are things that you don't know, and the things that you know may not be working anymore. Be patient, because LinkedIn takes time, and it requires nurturing, and it doesn't produce immediate results. Be sincere, because even though LinkedIn is a virtual networking, people can still feel our sincerity. John Maxwell, in his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, said that if you want to keep on giving, we have to keep on growing. And we are in the business of giving service to people, right? So we have to keep on growing. And how do you do that? By never stop learning. In the same book, he also mentioned that when you're the best in the room, you're in the wrong room. So you have to find another room. Because the best place to learn is where others are ahead of you. And that is called the law of environment. If there's one person who really embraces growth and learning, that would be Van Mueller. I don't know if you know him. Van Mueller has been in our industry for 50 years. He's been top of the table for 32 years. And he achieves his top of the table every March or first quarter of the year. Amazing, right? But what actually struck me the most in his story is that he only achieved his MDRT on his 17th year. And he was just an ordinary advisor in the first 16 years. He even got fired on his 16th year. So what did he do to achieve his MDRT the year right after he got fired? It was his attitude towards growth and learning. Follow successful people. They said that if you want to be successful, you have to surround yourself with successful people. And I do that. I follow successful people virtually on LinkedIn. I follow MDRTs, TOTs, here, outside of Canada, other industries. I want to know what they do, what they post, what their wins and their challenges. That inspires me, because it actually reminds me that their past is my present, and their present is my future. And you have to define and decide your market niche. If you haven't found your market niche, LinkedIn can help you. Actually, that's what I did. So with LinkedIn, you can search for companies, industries, or you can even look for LinkedIn groups. These are some ideas that LinkedIn can help you, who can be your potential market. And once you have your target market, now it's time for you to enhance your LinkedIn profile. Of course, your professional photo with the most recent one, and your headline. Headline is what you put under your name on LinkedIn. I suggest don't put your title. Don't put financial advisor or planner. Why? because people don't know exactly what financial advisor or planner does. And imagine, this is the first thing that people would see on your LinkedIn. So I suggest you put your USP or your unique selling proposition. So if your market is business owners, you can actually say, I help small business owners save 30% on taxes in just 90 days. So, of course, whatever you put on your headline should be the truth, right? And in the banner section, again, the idea here is to capture the attention of your target market. So don't put your company logo. Instead, put a picture of your target market and put some wordings like a one-liner or tagline or a question or a call to action. So if your market is doctors, you can put a picture of a doctor and say, taking care of those who take care of us. Lastly, in the About section of your profile, don't put your products, don't put services. Don't say, I offer life insurance, RESP investments. Instead, put the benefits that your target market has received by working with you. What were their problems and how did you solve them? And with LinkedIn, you can create your list by searching people, right? And the search results will be your leads. This will create your list. And the good thing about LinkedIn, it will recommend some leads based on your search criteria. So it will keep adding to your list. Once you have your prospects, it's time to connect and build relationships with them. Remember I told you I had a hard time prospecting to strangers? So with LinkedIn, that's easy because it still looks professional. So what you need to do is, once you have a prospect, check their profile, connect with them, and send a message. When you send a message, don't write it like an email. Write it like a text message. And please don't write your sales pitch. Don't sell. Because this will turn them off and this will drive them away. And you don't stop from sending 2 or 3 messages. Remember this, FIFO. Fortune is in the follow-up. You see, statistics showed that 44% of salespeople give up on the first attempt, and only 8% follow up more than 5 times. However, sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. So that means there are 7 touch points that we need to do to turn a prospective buyer to an actual buyer. You know, these statistics actually help me. Whenever a prospect ignores me, I just tell myself, hey, it's not me, it's just the numbers. Nothing personal, right? So keep connecting with them, send messages at least 7 times. And when you do, make sure that you give value. For every touch point, either you share a video or an invitation to a webinar or an article. And lastly, when you post, what we need to achieve is authority and not virality. We just don't want our post to be trending. What we want is people to see us thought leaders. And when you post, it doesn't have to be all about money or finances. It can be something that your market is interested in. So for example, if your target market is small business owners, one of their concerns might be attracting and retaining top talent, right? So you can post about how do you attract the right employees to your organization, how do you retain loyal employees. And LinkedIn Analytics said that the best post styles are the story, quote, or tweet. So make sure you use one of them. And from time to time, you post your own videos or do a LinkedIn Live. Because videos are very engaging. They see you as a human being, as your authentic self. And don't do it always in the office. Use an informal setting. Don't sell again. Please don't put products on your post. And when you have a new connection who just posted, try to get engaged. Either you like it, or you put an emoji, or make a comment. And if you want to promote your event on LinkedIn, don't post the registration link. Instead, put the registration link on the comment box. The reason being is that LinkedIn doesn't like people leaving their site. They will not boost your post if you put the registration link there. So if you have an event, just put some information about your event and say the registration link is written below. So everything that I have shared with you today will be useless if you don't take action and start now. Maybe you are thinking, I can do this, I want to try it, but I don't know how to get started. As I promised, I have a free gift. I am giving away free LinkedIn messaging scripts that I have used so that you would know exactly what to say to get prospects on your calendar. So I actually asked permission from the author and the owner of the scripts, who is my coach, so that I can share this with you today for free. So please take out your phone now, scan the QR code. You will be directed to a site, and you will need to put your email, and the scripts will be directly emailed to you. The QR code is also on your program guide. Just look for me at the speakers section. So I invite everyone to please follow me on LinkedIn. If you have questions or comments, let's connect. I hope that you find something valuable today. Thank you so much, and blessings to all of you.
Well, I think we can all agree that you have a future as a motivational speaker if you'd like to be one.